Hi, my name is Amna Sahel and I'm a student of Media Studies from Roots Millennium College, Islamabad I-9. And today I'll be using a director's commentary to answer my first critical reflective question for my final project for this year, which is... So, while I answer this, the first question that comes up is, but my product, my magazine that I designed, which is named Strobe, which means an electronic camera shutter, does not really challenge any conventions in that sense. Rather, it engages in them. So so one of the first conventions I made sure that my magazine covered was making sure that my model made eye contact with the audience that looked at the magazine cover. This is really important because in order to make when a model makes eye contact with your audience, it captures their attention and it feels like they're really communicating with them. So I wanted that whatever topic my magazine covers, I wanted the audience to feel like they're being communicated with. Secondly, I kept the model singular within the cover because I want the spotlight to be entirely on her and I want it to be on her issues and highlight them. And as for my fonts that I've used in the magazine, I've used 4 different fonts to not only make it engaging, so that the audience's eyes travel to different parts, different um, articles mentioned on the cover, but also to make sure that at a maximum of 4 does not become too does not become too it does not become too messy. Thirdly, I made sure that the colors complemented one another. We allowed maximum of 4 colors, and I made sure to maximize on them. They all complement one another. They go from red to beige to yellow, and a contrasting color of blue. Thirdly, I'll be answering my magazine. When I was given the option to choose a social issue, I decided that I wanted to choose the topic of body images and issues. Body images and issues are something that, well, while the world is aware that it's a huge and important topic, especially for someone's self-esteem, they're not very well articulated, especially not in the fashion industry. I've noticed that in fashion industry and generally the mass media, you come across people who are a very typical style and are not very representative of what people look like. You do not see people. You do not see people. You do not see very tall, thin, or perfectly skinned people all the time. So I wanted to make sure that this issue was highlighted. It's something that I hold close to me. It's something that I hold close to me, and I wanted to make sure that people understood what it really means to have proper representation of what people look like. So next I'll be answering. I chose this topic because it's something that's really important to me. Like every other girl, I've sat before a fashion magazine rack and I've looked at every cover page that there has been there. And I've seen not a single person look or represent what I would look like on a normal day, or what I would look like dressed up, or what any of my friends would look like. People who you would see in your everyday life, what normal, real people look like. They're not representative of that. They don't have your normal body images. They don't have your normal body images. They don't have your normal skin colors. They don't have your normal they don't have your that you have your normal body hair. Even all these things that I feel need to be really addressed by mass media and the fashion industry, because I've seen people struggle with these kinds of issues. I've seen people struggle with their self-esteem because they don't measure up to the standards our society and our media has set up. They don't feel like they will ever stand as equal to that. And while that's not true, all of these people, all of them, they're more than what standards have been set before them, and they shouldn't feel like they're not they're not perfect because they don't measure up to what standard we've set before them. So the next question that comes up is, my while as I chose this topic, my magazine in chose this topic for my magazine, I chose my best friend's older sister, Iman Sarfraz, to model for it. I feel that she's someone who really embodies this topic. She has your she has your normal proportion, body proportion, and she's confident with it. She is self assured, and she has the pride to carry it anywhere. She feels that that she feels that this would be something that every girl should understand, and she herself has gone through such things, and she's come out all the more stronger for it. She wanted to wanted to make sure that while I work on this project, she can also portray her thoughts on this, and that this issue that is also closer to her is made more public about all of this. She's someone who she's someone who, while being self-assured, comes from a single parent family like me, and she's really understood the struggles. Many people in our society, they feel that many people in our society, they feel that as long as a girl is pretty, she'll make it anywhere in life, and that's especially more important for someone who's from a single parent family, that they need to make it in life because they're pretty, and that they will somehow be successful simply because of that. That's not true. That's not how our society should work. One should not have these impossible standards set up for them to measure against it. They have their own skill sets, they have their own confidence, they have their own dreams that they all want to achieve, and that shouldn't be measured or put a limit on, or put a limit on according to how women are portrayed in the mass media. They should have to be a match set. Lastly, I hope to achieve by this topic, which is really close to me, and I hope that my work on this at least brings some influence to the industry. I hope someone sees it and thinks, yes, this is a representation I want to see everywhere. I hope it starts a conversation and changes minds, and at least gets the ball rolling. That's really what's important here, and I want to see it happen. I want to see hope that my topic and my take on it helps start this rolling effect that will transfer into larger and more mass representation.